Loading in today on Game 1, Match 1, Dignitas Select versus RagnaroK, Alterzim Stronghold, Dragon Invitational, Day 3.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
RagnaroK kind of slipping lately. He's back in Diamond versus Select's Grandmaster.
We were looking at his win rate earlier, though. He's currently 42-0 in Diamond, so...
Rip.
Yeah, pretty much. Sucks to be in Diamond on Korea.
All right, and spawning in the bottom left corner from Team Dignitas, we have our Red Terran, Select.
Spawning in the bottom right of Alterzim Stronghold, our Blue Zerg, it is RagnaroK.
What a dope name.
Dope name indeed.
Curious to see what we'll get out of these players. Early scouts, early greed, what will it be? Maybe both.
It's a big map, so greed is almost guaranteed. This natural is just so safe the first couple minutes of the game, especially against Zerg, where they don't really have anything that can attack this before mutas or like Nidus Worm. So I anticipate we'll see Select grab a really early command center, possibly a 20 command center, maybe earlier, maybe go for a 3cc play.
Yeah,
maybe
all speculation at this point. I mean, that ramp is so easy to block.
It really is. Very defensible. Some players will even go ahead and take this as their natural and just begin to start building defense, because then the third is super safe. It's a bit of a trade-off, and I honestly like that tactic because the third can be really dicey in some TBZ games.
Especially later in the game where there's more aggression kind of flying around haphazardly.
Yeah.
Early in the game, if you were to rush for that natural, he'd have to get all the way across the map to scout it and then apply aggression after that, so he's got to build units. Then they got to make their way across the map. So I see what you're saying. The natural being a little safer earlier in the game rather than later. Or that outside base, I should say, rather than natural.
Just get that defense started, pretty much. We are seeing a 12 gas come out of Select right here. This indicates Reaper play. So I anticipate we'll see at least 2 Reapers. We could see the 3 style. That's becoming more common. 3 style Reaper tends to go into the Hellions, reactive Hellions, the same way 2 Reaper does. But brings a little more in the way of... queen killing ability is one of the upper points of that. Both players scouting like absolute crazy right now.
Wow.
RagnaroK sent out 2 overlords as well as a drone.
Okay.
Getting all directions.
I thought for a second that I saw 2 drones, but those are moving a little too slow.
That would be very economically strange to see out of him.
We saw a hatch first, then gas, followed by a pool from RagnaroK. He's looking to grab gas and speed as soon as he can.
Yeah.
That way his lings can traverse across the map. Both players scouting the same base, which is kind of funny. Neither of which is the correct one. Select may see this drone.
Nope. Gonna breeze by each other.
Kind of little spotlights saw each other there.
That doesn't quite spot, though.
No?
No, you don't see someone's spotlight.
Well, RagnaroK's gonna find out what Select just did. Nobody is home here.
Looks like RagnaroK's going to get the initial first scout, just barely. He's going to spot the natural with this Overlord here. Going to poke in.
And what he's going to want to do is that Overlord has a little bit more range than that Command Center or SCV is going to have, even when it's finished. So, he may want to stop. Nope, too late. Reaper knows where he is. I was going to say conceal the Overlord, hide your position. Too late for RagnaroK. That drone's going to have to be micro back. He loses one immediately, but the links are here just in time to defend the rest.
Yep, he's going to check for the natural. Very standard thing to do, make sure it's there. Definitely sees it.
Very cool to Select to bait these guys off a creep there in between the 2 creep spreads. Gonna pick off a ling real quick as well. Another potential drone.
Ooh, almost got caught there, but got away from it. Very nice. We see behind this he has not built another Reaper, so he just went 1 Reaper. Wait, right into factory. On my light, he goes to the 2nd Reaper. Just a little bit late there. I think he wanted to get the factory up first. This Reaper's going to run into some queens here, so he's definitely going to have to back up. It's no longer going to be viable for him to hang out here. We are seeing speed come up from RagnaroK. He wants to be able to push away these annoying little Reapers.
Looks like we're going to have a Hellion follow-up, if I'm not mistaken. This should be switched with the reactor just for faster timing there. This will line up nice with that Marine popping out too, so that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. He really optimized, Reaper. He really optimized that, knowing how long it would take.
Okay, so we do have the 2nd Reaper from Select. However, they're going to be rendered a little useless here because speed is just about to finish. That guy's got to get home or he's going to have a bad time.
Good thing there's a lot of places to hide an Alterzim from Lings, a couple different paths you could take, but he definitely does not want to lose these 2 Reapers at this point. We are seeing Select go for that 3rd CC in his base.
The greed is real.
Yep, absolutely.
And that Overlord's probably not going to see it in time. He will see the reactor switch on the factory.
He did see it, just barely.
Oh, he did see it.
Yeah,
very
just
cool.
barely.
Good for him. He's going to want to know that.
Ling's running across here. Not a big force, really, just the poke force we often see. He doesn't really do any damage with this. In fact, he's backing it up completely. We're seeing first 2 Hellions and a Reaper move out from select space. He's looking for the Ling sitting outside of his base, possibly going for any really early Banelings. He doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah, no backstabs happening from RagnaroK as of right now. Stim is underway for Select.
Yep.
And RagnaroK continues to drone extremely hard. He's got 2 more Queens popping out. That's going to help him deal with any of the Hellion aggression that we're going to be seeing here. And there we have it. He's going to be able to defend his third quite easily with this creep spread and these Queens. That's their primary function right now versus Terran players.
Also, huge to get that creep spread started on this map because you need that launch pad and that defensive creep as well. It's a weird term, but a Terran, as soon as you step on creep, you know, okay, I'm in enemy territory right now. I have to be very, very defensive. So that creep spread being around you is just good against Terran. You just want it.
That, and I'm sure it comes with that eerie feeling of
it does
being watched.
Absolutely, absolutely. I never feel safe on creep, and you never should feel safe on creep.
No, you should not. For any time you step on creep, a Zerg is repositioning.
Yep. You always say to yourself, "Oh, he doesn't notice me." Oh no, he's not. Me. No,
he's not looking at the map.
Gonna try to poke at some creep tumors here. These Queens gonna push away. He has enough to kill some Queens right here, but I don't think he wants to risk losing. He's moved up to 6 Hellions right now, which is the money number of Hellions.
Yeah, these 3 Queens shouldn't have too much of an issue pushing them back away, but Select's just going to make sure that RagnaroK knows the pressure is here, and if he catches him slipping, he's going to come in there and try to roast him some drones. Have a nice Sunday barbecue.
Absolutely. He definitely wants to. Keep that creep spread back. Behind this, 1-1's coming out for our Terran play. He's definitely going by. We dropped early barracks a moment ago.
Stim now completed for him. He's going to start pumping out Marines. 2 medevacs also coming out. Would be interested to see some drop play here, or maybe he'll just push them right up at the front. Front seems pretty well secure, so I wouldn't be surprised. A nice little distraction in the back door there from Select. 1-1 underway for him. However, the Zerg's 1-1 a little bit further ahead, and we now see a Spire coming down.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have 8 Banelings morphing in, as well as Baneling speed just dropped in.
Very good.
He's looking to move into Ling Bane Muta, which I think good build on this map is very quick, very, very fast. He's going to need that to react to the Terran's also fast attacks.
Proper response to the bio play that he's been seeing coming out of Select. The Hellion could show a sign of mech, but he did get that Overlord scout in there, sacrificed it just to see what was going on.
Ooh, these Lings are going to get a lot of damage on these. Oh, these Hellions are caught off guard.
Yeah, just kind of jumps out of the bushes like surprise, wraps right around those Hellions, takes them out just shy of the Marines getting there. Unfortunate for Select. That would have been a nice reinforcement. Just divides that push in half and takes the power of that, just the oomph right underneath
If he had collected that entire group together, it would be very mean because it would have incredible Ling and Queen killing power with the combination. Not quite going to get that. We also see a 4th coming down out of RagnaroK here, looking to take advantage of a very large map. Select is scanning, dropping some creep. Be careful though, he's definitely crush his force.
Yeah, he's going to get surrounded here. He's going to need to pick up and get the hell out of here. And that he does. Loses only 2 Marines there. Decent response from Select. A hot pickup, as you will.
Hot pickup.
Sounds like a pizza delivery ad every time.
Gets the OB and gets a couple Banelings as well. That wasn't horrible. I mean,
Lost all but 2 Marines.
Valuable. Yeah. The Marines aren't super valuable in terms of cost.
I suppose that Overlord's cleaned up, opens up that avenue if Select wants to continue with some sort of drop play. 1-1 now finished for both players.
Yep.
+1 attack coming down for the Mutas.
2-2 coming out of Select. We saw him instantly armory to make this timing happen. So this is a 2-2 time most likely coming out of Select, where you really get up to that 3-base economy and start going absolutely crazy. You just push in here to the natural though.
Only 1 turret remains to defend it. He's going to go ahead and snipe off some SCVs. Microing those Mutas back. It's like that, it causes that turret to acquire a new target almost every single time. Thank you, Jack Harris, for following.
This part of this map is the Muta dance you can do where you bounce between different bases. So he's definitely going to take advantage of that nice airspace and just poke between the bases, force Select to pull back that force and not push the same way he wants to.
Gonna snipe that gas. A little annoying for Select to deal with. Not too crazy from the bio play. He won't need all of it, but the upgrades are quite nice to have, and that's really what it's feeling right now.
Also seeing Blue Flame and some Hellbats come out from Select, so he's opting to go kind of a little bit of a mixed style bio with Hellbats. We saw him retake this gas right here, just like you said, he's taking a secondary one to avoid that Muta shenanigans.
And Select now on 3 bases. What's cool for Select right now is that he did not get hung up on his 1-1. He's got 2-2 almost in time with the Zerg, kind of taking that power play away. These Marines going to get cleaned up quite easily here. But what's neat is that he can avoid that whole 2-2 advantage. Most of the time Zerg will be ahead on upgrades for that portion of the game, and Select has made sure to streamline his macro to avoid that kind of segment.
Huge amount of Ling Bane here. I honestly just
so
hate
much
to
coming
see,
out of Ragnarok.
to see a ball like this. It just so it has such a Marine killing ability right now. He needs to have those Hellbats up front, tanking the damage. He needs the Medivacs to be healing the damage. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be honestly difficult to hold because there's not that many forces right now.
Right, his army looking a little slim.
Yeah.
Blue Flame is done. 2-2 about to finish for both players. 20 Banelings in production.
Oh, Jesus.
And a Sensor Tower comes down.
Yep.
Wow, RagnaroK looking quite mighty.
He is.
Starting to understand where Bomber may have had some trouble with this feisty Zerg player.
Yeah, he macroed. We're seeing another drop coming out of Select here, going to that same base. This wall against those Marines was just mean. Like, a huge
well
wave.
prepared this time. 2 spines and a spore waiting for him this time around. No drop play allowed from Select today.
Trying to poke into the other base. These Mutas may catch this.
Yeah, they got a whiff of that.
They
definitely know that's there. Look at him heading him off at the pass.
Oh, we're
and
seeing
it's down.
All the Ling Bane is moving on the third here. This could be deadly. He's balled up pretty hard.
RagnaroK waiting for the perfect engage, not wanting to run in right there and get pop shots as he's trying to get his grip around the waist of Select's force there.
Yep. Man, he's
Baneling's coming around the back end and the front end. Complete surround from RagnaroK. Oh my god, it is a massacre.
Everything exploded.
Everything just running everywhere.
God.
Select's main is in trouble. His third is down. The Mutas are here to reinforce. Gonna start popping shots at those Medivacs if they know. Oh, wow. And Select pauses. It is just too much to comprehend all at once here. He's getting some lag.
I'm going to hold on for just a moment here, guys. Let that lag clear up for Select.
He kind of has a moment here to compose himself as well. Looking at all of the Ling Bane in front of his base, what is he going to do? That supply depot with 5 HP is the sneeze away from falling.
Getting a count of 1-4.
2-3-2. Ready to go.
Yep. Alright, guys, I'm going to count to 232 and then we're going to go.
Yeah, we're... Probably just testing the latency.
Yeah,
realistically.
I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, I'm just now coming to that conclusion on my own. You're far ahead of me in that sense.
Oh, we're getting the go call, and here we resume.
Even Dragon says go.
Yeah. They can't see him say that either. He's observer.
Right. He may have made himself.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
the SimCity going down. Oh, this is
wow. The SCVs have to be pulled. There's still more Banelings to help out. The SCVs are just going to explode. Parts everywhere. A Thor pops out just in time to see the base in turmoil.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is Select thinking right now? What can he do to stop this from happening? How can he undo what has been done here?
He needed to kill Lings early on. He needed to have that Hellion Force do damage to his Lings, but he didn't. He let him collect a really high number, transform all of them into Banelings, and then just ran across the map and crushed him.
Yeah, no successful harass came out from Select.
No.
I mean, all of his attempts were thwarted. GG comes out of Select.
Absolutely.
RagnaroK takes game 1 in his best of 3 series.